And we start with the top story of the hour. An unruly mob targeted an Assam Rifles camp in Manipur Senapati towards town on Tuesday night, resorting to stone pelting, arson and vandalism. The violence followed an area domination and search operation launched near Makui Londgi village based on intelligence inputs about armed cadres moving in violation of ceasefire ground rules. As Assam Rifles columns were obstructed by residents, the exercise restrained and withdrew. However, a large mob later gathered and marched towards the camp in Senapati town, damaging vehicles and setting one ablaze. Security forces, in coordination with Manipur Police and CRPF, used minimum force, including blank rounds and tear gas, to disperse the crowd. No casualties were reported and the situation is now under control. Let me hop across to my colleague Nibir Deka, who joins us on the broadcast to give us a better understanding of what's happened. Nibir, take our viewers through the details and the timeline of how things went down, what was the action that was taken, and how were things brought under control?
Well, Asavri, all of this is connected to the recent killing of Assam Rifles personnels in Manipur, following which there was an extensive search operations and area domination done by the security forces led by the Assam Rifles. Following which there were also operations being done in areas of Senapati district, wherein there are allegations done by some of the Naga groups is that they had done certain search area domination in the areas which is dominated by armed cadres of several militant groups, and as a result of which there was opposition to these search operations being done in those peripheral areas of Senapati district in Manipur, following which there was heavy protests linked to the search operations and area domination done by the security forces led by Assam Rifles, following which an mob came to the camp of Assam Rifles station in that particular district, and they tried to vandalize the area. One vehicle of Assam Rifles was vandalized, and it was also attempted to set ablaze by the crowd, following which there was a huge law and order situation. It was later controlled by the security forces combined with the Manipur police, who had to come to that area, neutralize the entire area, and then the mob was dispersed by midnight. So it was a very chaotic situation which emerged in the Senapati district in Manipur following the incident, and there were heavy deployment of security forces. All of this is linked to the killing of the Assam Rifles personnel, following which there was a heavy security operation. As things stand in Manipur, over the last month, there has been emerging tensions coming in the state. There has been vandalism, arson. There are cases of violence being seen in different parts of the state, and also protests going on not just in Manipur Senapati district but also in Kangpokpi district and other parts of the state, wherein there are protests going on for different reasons. So these are emerging developments coming in from Manipur. We all know how the state has seen violence ever since the clashes broke out in 2023. But what we are seeing right now is a very different sort of a clash. It is not limited to the Maite and the Kuki community anymore. It is linked to the Naga community, who have also been affected by the violence, especially in the peripheral areas of the Senapati and the Kangpokpi district. And as the result of that, we are seeing the emerging tension coming in the last 1 month or so, with the Naga community also involved in this entire tensions, which has taken the state to a very bad situation earlier, and following which the situation had improved. But now again, we are seeing those tensions back in the state.
Right, absolutely. Nibir, stay on with us. Let me go across to Major Mohammed Ali Shah, who's an Indian Army veteran who joins us on the broadcast. I appreciate your time speaking to us on NewsX and your assessment of the situation that has unfolded, where stone pelting took place. There was one car that was set ablaze, and the visuals truly speak for themselves because you're seeing so many people there. Of course, the situation was brought under control, but how do you exactly see things panning out, and what's your assessment on that front?
See, unfortunately, we have not been able to curb the Manipur violence so far. Not just the insurgency, but the violence per se overall, which is not just Maite Kuki, now become Kuki Naga. Ugi Tankul. So it is actually it's quite a chaotic situation in Manipur as of now. We can be in denial and say no, things are all fine, hunky dory there, but no, nothing is fine, nothing is hunky dory in Manipur. So how are things panning out? Well, I see if we do not, they say a stitch in time saves nine. If we do not curb it now, it will only get worse. And right now we are only seeing, it's only a start right now. What we are seeing right now, stone pelting and such things, only a start. It's going to actually get worse, unfortunately, and thereafter, it will be very, very difficult to turn from there, to rectify things from there. So it's going to be extremely tough. Now, they are 2 battalions of the Cobra Commandos, of the CRPF Commandos, which have been brought in there. So it is, I think, Assam Rifles, that's my personal take. Not because I've served with the Assam Rifles, but otherwise also, I think they know the geography, topography, history, the culture of the region. They are a very, very good fighting force. They are adequate, but then they are people, they are locals, they are some certain, they do not have confidence in the Assam Rifles, unfortunately. So yeah, so I think it is a political problem, does not have a military solution. And we can get the best of militaries in the world in Manipur, but more than anything else, we need the political will. I'll not deny that our politicians don't have the will, or they're not making efforts. Of course, they are. Anybody would be concerned, but obviously the efforts are not enough as of now. And I think peace committee should be immediately who can call truce, who is respected by all the communities, all the tribes,
Right.
all the villages over there. They should be brought in. Yes.
Absolutely. So I request